All right. Thank you for tuning in to another edition of the End of Day Report with yours truly, Dex the Algo Capitalist, aka the Vulcan, coming to you live from PulseWaveTrading.com, home of the world famous price trigger reports. And it's time for our chart segment. So let's jump right into it. As I don't have a whole lot of time this evening, so we're going to knock a few of these out and we're going to keep it pushing. If you missed something, you can always rewind the video at the end and watch it again. All right, so coming into today, we got a couple charts here. The first one we have is NAC. The ticker is NAK. All right, and this is on the equity side of things. And as you can see, we got a continuation pattern today from yesterday's huge gap down, and the prices are accelerating to the downside. So the bears are still in control of that market. Moving over now to silver futures. Silver futures did a nice reversal today. I'm sorry, this is soybeans. What am I talking about? This is soybeans. You see here how it broke out upside. You had a downtrend channel. The upside bullish weekly trend momentum reading came off. We started a negative one yesterday, and now that came off today. Now the market's trying to go back bullish again. So this bull market is really trying to prove itself to be legitimate, and the trade wants to stay to the long side of the market. Can't argue with it there. You got to do what the market wants to do. All right, so keeping that pushing. Beans are on fire. Looking at wheat. All right, wheat tried to do what beans did today, but really couldn't muster that same amount of conviction. However, the trade is still to the long side of the market for now with a bullish weekly trend momentum reading. Taking a look now at Dow futures. So Dow futures now coming into tonight for tomorrow's trading, we have a crash alert. Hey, what up, Jen? I see you in the live chat. What up, girl? All right, so we got a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading for the Dow. Let's see what happens here. Are we hitting a top? Are we topping out? Is this a short-term top? Is this a long-term top? We shall find out. Australian dollar is still operating under the auspices of a crash alert, and the market is not giving us any production one way or another, but it is under a corrective nature. So we're going to still ride with the short side of the market until stopped out. All right, Canadian dollar. So the Canadian dollar is still operating under the auspices of a rally alert, even though this is crossed over from bullish to bearish market. Really haven't gotten a lot of upside production, but this one has no conviction either way either. So hanging on to see which way this thing wants to break. Right now, it's not acting like it wants to get ready to go yet. It's a little scared to start running. US dollar still trades on the long side of the market, but just barely, as this one is testing resistance and acting like it wants to break out and go to the trend line resistance. Bullish weekly trend momentum reading should help that cause. All right, switching over now to the euro dollar. So the euro dollar right here has a bearish weekly trend momentum reading. The trade is still to the short side of the market for now until we get a new signal. Right now, the momentum is off. It is not in a bull configuration. So are we setting ourselves up for a major breakdown toward trend line support? We will see. One way or another, something has to give. Looking at the euro yen coming into today, we had this crash alert in the market, had an inside day yesterday. Now today, it decides it wants to do a little reversal here and test the upward bands of resistance. However, the bears are still in the charge of this market, and I see this rally with the possibility of getting sold off. We shall see. Taking a look here now at the pound sterling. Yo, what up, Aaron, in the live chat? What up, Thunderbird? All right, so we got pound sterling here. The trade is still to the downside of the market. Bears are still in control for now. We got a beginning of a possible bearish weekly trend momentum reading coming up. I think today's technical bounce could set up for that next leg down. We shall see. Does it want to rally from here or does it want to fall? All right, here is the Japanese yen. So the Japanese yen went ahead and tested resistance, hitting that trend line overhead resistance mark. and pausing for the time being. Right now, if you take a look at the longer term trajectory shows that the bulls are kind of still in charge here. We did get this secondary crash alert here, but we got no downside production. Market quickly reversed right out of it. So looks like the market wants to make a run. This is a very, very, very interesting set of circumstances coming into play here, because normally the markets try to, move with the momentum, but when the momentum dries up and it's not really there, you really don't have a choice. So this one is getting interesting, to say the least. Taking a look at Reco, we got here for Deere. All right, the ticker is DE. It's an equity, and it broke out some more today. All right, so this one is still pushing higher. Still got this gap back here that needs to be contended with, and you got a small one right here as well. So this one does have to do some homework. I think this is going to back and fill sooner rather than later. So just keep your eye on this. If you've been long, start trailing those positions, moving those stops. Don't turn a winner into a loser. Switching to the forex side, Mexican peso. Bears are still in control of this one. I think another leg down is in the works, and I think we're going to take out prior lows. So if you're short, keep your eyes open and trail those positions. Taking a look at nat gas futures, we have a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. So this one should be very, very interesting, to say the least. I really like the way this is looking right now. I think this one is going to get some downside production, just the way that it's moving right now. So eyes and ears open on that one. So nat gas crash alert for tonight. Next is New Zealand dollar, sticking with forex here. All right, so bears are still in control of this one. Bears weekly trend momentum reading. I think you got to give it up for the bears here. I think this one's about to roll over, fall off the cliff here, and drop below trend line support. So let's see what happens on that one. All right, next up, we got the South African rand. So just as I had told you before, this one was threatening to come down through that trend line support, broke right through it. Now it's testing the bottom of the Kumo cloud. This is the last line of defense. If the bulls are going to bid this up and protect this area, now is the time to do it. Once this thing drops below the Kumo cloud, it could accelerate to the downside. So be aware of the bears right now. The bears are in control for right now. All right, next on the map, we got Apple. All right, Apple Computer. We got a crash alert for tomorrow in Apple stock. So if you've been long this market, you may want to start protecting some profits. Start using those stops. Next up is ADA Cardano. Nice downside production here. The crash alert is panning out nicely in the ADA Cardano. What can you say about that? Next, we got Amazon, the mighty Amazon, the mighty, mighty Amazon. All right, so there's stock. This is going to be stock splitting in about a week or so, and so is Tesla, I think, too. So I think Amazon and Tesla are both going to be splitting and some other stuff coming up in a few days. They say normally when stocks split, there tends to be followed with a pullback. So I would expect some downside to come in these tech giants, especially with Tesla too. All right, next up we got ABC Bitcoin Cash. All right, so this one had the crash alert still in play here. Tested that trend line support. Right now the bears are still in control with the bearish weekly trend momentum reading to boot. What do you say about that, right? All right, next up, we got the mighty, mighty Bitcoin. So, peep this, all right? I want to show you this Bitcoin. Now, we had this major crash alert right here from last week that carried over to this week. Then we got this crash alert right here. All right, the following day, the market took a pause, little technical bounce setting up for that leg down. Today we get the leg down. All right, so there it is. We had a primary rally alert followed by a secondary crash alert, and then the market falls down. So this thing has been moving the way it's supposed to move. The primary crash alert was back here. Following day, you got some production. The day after that, narrow range inside day, setting up the next drop. Boom, there it is. Followed by another crash alert. Market has a little technical bounce up, narrow range, but not an inside day. Then boom, it gives it up today. We have a big day down. So here it is. This is what's going on. All right, this is what's going on. This one is now in a corrective state. Trend line support at 10,005 is now in play. All right, so let's see, Darian, you said Amazon's not splitting. Okay, I guess I misspoke. I know it's two stocks are supposed to be splitting coming up here. I know it's two of them. I could have sworn Amazon was one of them. And so I don't know. Who knows? Usually, though, when they don't let the markets just run like that, normally there's something that happens. Is there some type of a split or something happens? Just like when stocks get too cheap, they do the reverse split, especially on these inverse ETFs. So I don't know. I could have sworn I heard that on the business channel, but maybe I'm mistaken. I know it's Apple and Tesla. Okay, I knew it was two stocks. Thank you, Darian. Apple and Tesla are going to split. All right, but why would Apple need to split when it's not as expensive as Amazon? It would make sense that Amazon would be splitting, not Apple. Tesla, yes, I did know about that one, but I could have sworn the other one was Amazon. Why is Apple splitting? That doesn't make any sense. They're not as expensive as Amazon, sitting up here at over $3,300 a share. I don't know. I don't understand their rationale sometimes. All right, the next one here we got is Ethereum. Ethereum does have a crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. The bears have wrestled back control of this one. I think we're going to the trend line support here. So tread with caution on that one. All right, next we got the E-mini S&P 500. So we had this rally alert, and then boom, here we are getting upside production. And we got a bullish weekly trend momentum reading. Looks like the S&P just does not want to stop. All right, Facebook. So Facebook put in a new one. Another run up today. Now we're at 280. This one is gunning for 290 and 300. It just don't want to quit. Bullish weekly trend momentum to boot, man. I mean, the bulls are still in control. Taking a look at Google now, a $1,600 stock. Both rally alerts are getting nice upside production. What can you say about that? You're getting the production. I mean, production is what it is. It's production. And you're getting it. You're getting it right here, right now. So, wow. That's all you can say is, wow. The market does not want to quit. It's not playing around. It's not playing games. It really isn't. It is the market is not playing games up in here. It's trying to do what it do. It's trying to make it do what it do. You can't be mad at that. You really cannot be mad at that. You gotta let the markets work. You know what I'm saying? You gotta let the market work. So right now, that's what it's doing. So if you're not long, then you may want to think about getting long. All right, so here on the Litecoin, we had the crash alert coming in, and we're getting downside production. I think trend line support is in play on this one. Again, you got to watch your profits, folks, on these, because sometimes they can turn on a dime intraday. All right, Microsoft had the benefit of a rally alert right here, and we're still getting upside production on that one as well. No sell signals yet. Netflix right now is having some troubles up here. It's struggling. All right, now it's trying to base out for a rally. It wants to get out of this funk. So right now, though, we got a crash alert, and we did get some downside production, and I think more downside production may be coming. I'm just saying. Right now, you got to call what you got to call. And right now, that's what it's looking like. It's looking like downside production is in play for Netflix. All right, taking a look at oil, ticker OIH on the crude oil set. We got a crash alert for this one for tomorrow. Now, I know there's been storms and a whole bunch of stuff going on down south. I saw the flooding pictures and stuff. I don't know. But it says what it is. Right now, you're still in a bear market on the daily chart. You got a crash alert. You got a bearish weekly trend momentum reading. I think this one wants to put in another leg down. I mean, things don't always make sense, I tell you that, but they are what they are. All right, so VET has a secondary crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading as well. Not too far away from the trend line support, but it's threatening to break it as now you're back under a corrective state in a longer term consolidation cycle. I know it's weirdness. What can I say? It's weirdness. I know, but nevertheless, this is the market that conditions that we have been given, and we just gotta trade with it. Gotta go with it. All right. Next up, we got XRP Ripple. We got a secondary crash alert for this one for tonight into tomorrow's trading. Again, threatening to test the trend line support. So watch your long positions if you're there. You probably want to start getting out and protecting those profits. ZRX crash alert for tonight into tomorrow's trading. Trend line support is your initial target there too. Got a lot of crash alerts on here tonight. All right, next up we got gold futures. Now gold futures is hanging on. We have this rally alert here. We are waiting for that upside production. Not getting it yet. Today was day 3. Let's see what happens tonight into tomorrow with this bearish weekly trend momentum reading. Is this going to be a head fake? Is this a bear trap? I don't know. We've been under a correction, but we really haven't had any conviction other than the initial drop. After the initial drop, we haven't done anything but just move sideways. All right, and your momentum has still been in a negative light. Momentum is still negative. Intraday rallies being sold. So I don't know. Right now, I'm gonna have to ride with the indicator until we get another one. All right, taking a look here at the NASDAQ 100 futures. So still riding with this rally alert, still getting upside production from this rally alert back here with a bullish weekly trend momentum reading. The market is just marching higher. What can you do? What can you do? All right, here's the crude oil futures. Now, this is the weird part. All right, crude oil futures that's been flatlined with no conviction. Look at this. We got this rally alert here, and the market's just moving sideways, doing absolutely nothing. But yet the bulls are still maintaining control of the market, even though the market is going nowhere. It's not moving, not really. So this is a weird one. But you got to ride with the indicator, which says you should be playing alongside of the market. So that's what you got to do. But yet in the OIH, you got a crash alert. I know. It is what it is. The markets don't always gel sometimes like they're supposed to. All right, the Russell Mile Hustle, bears have been in control of this one in the corrective state. The market tried to reverse today, but it's looking like it just may be setting itself up for another leg down. And I still think the trend line support is in play until it is not. Unless we get another buy signal right now, I gotta look for the sell side. All right, next one we got up here is silver futures. Again, the bears have been in control. We've been in a corrective state. We're operating under the auspices of a crash alert this week, and we did get some more downside production here. It's just a weird thing right now. What can I tell you? It's a weird thing. The market is trying to make its mind up what it wants to be when it grows up. All right, last one we have here is corn. Look at corn showing off. Corn finally got that that breakaway here. Now we've been operating under the auspices of the 2 back-to-back rally alerts, and we've been getting upside production. Market like it was trying to decide what it wanted to do, testing resistance, and then it just broke out today. So way to go, bullish weekly trend momentum reading. Corn is just doing what it's going to do, but it needs to back and fill there too. So interesting times we're in as the markets are trying to decide where it is they want to go and what it is that they want to do. We're at a crossroads in many of these markets. I have to say it. We're definitely in a crossroad in a lot of these markets. They're trying to decide, where do we go from here? Where do we go from here? And to be honest with you, I have no idea. All right, here is Bubba Gump Shrimp, natural shrimp. Ticker is SHMP. So here's how this one was looking. We had this rally alert here, got all this mad upside production. Then we had a crash alert. We got no downside production. Now the market's reversed on us again and wants to put in a rally alert for tomorrow's trading. What can I say? You got to ride with the indicators. You know, markets have been known to flip-flop. And when they do, we flip and flop right with it. You always want to be on the right side of the market, whether it makes sense or logical to you or not. You'll never fight the tape. All right, Des Moines Mines, ticker is DNN, another equity. Again, flip-floppage. Had a crash alert, didn't get any downside production. Now we've reversed with a rally alert for tomorrow's trading. So the bulls want to lock back in and try to make a run at the previous highs. This one is going to be interesting. Looks like these trend line support areas are being well defended by the bulls so far. All right, what else we got? All right, let's take a look at the Tesla here. All right, so right now, this one had a crash alert coming into today. We got no downside at all, no type of production. But this little narrow range inside day, I think, is setting up for the drop for tomorrow. So we're still under the red alert for Tesla. Look out below, all right, for that crash alert in Tesla. All right, next up we got American Airlines. Let's see. All right, where did it go? Ah, here we go. American Airlines. All right, so American Airlines has a crash alert for tomorrow's trading. It's also flip-flopping around here like a fish out of water. So you came into today with a rally alert. You got a fraction of an upside production. Now you got a crash alert for tomorrow. What can you say? The market is at war at this trend line right here. This trend line of support and resistance markets, you know, fighting, trying to find out what's going to happen, who's going to regain control. The bears right now, I think, are setting this up for another leg down. Look at the last signal we got. The last sell signal we got was very productive to the downside. This one is coming up next. So guard your grill if you are long in American Airlines tomorrow. Guard your grill. That's all I can tell you. All right. Let's see. You're asking for a NEO, but you typed it NIO. So I'm taking it that you're not talking about NEO, the crypto. You're talking about NEO, a stock. Okay. All right. Let's take a look. Let's see what we got. Let's see what we got. All right. So NIO. So this one started off the week with a rally alert, and look at the upside production it has gotten. So this is a really nice one. So if you are long NEO, yep, start moving your stop, trying to lock in a little bit of profit on this one. This one looks good, and you don't have any gap here. So this one can get up and go a little bit. All right, this one can get up and go. It doesn't have to look back. It does not have to pull back at this point. So that looks really good. All right, so let's see. The last one we got up here is IRM. Looks like another equity. Let's go ahead and pull this one up. IRM. Iron Mountain. Okay, Iron Mountain. All right, so Iron Mountain, this is what this one's looking like. So you're in a bear market. See the grizzly bear? but the bulls are temporarily in control of this market with this rally alert. Yeah, the secondary rally alert right here. Primary rally alert that started it all is right here. All right. Then we got this one here, and it's been upside production ever since. The bears have not been able to gain control back of the market. The secondary crash alert here failed to materialize, no downside production. You got one here yesterday coming into today, and it did not materialize any downside production. And now all of a sudden here you are with a rally alert for tomorrow. Secondary rally alert and IRM, Iron Mountain, for tomorrow. I told you bear market rallies can be vicious. Look at this. This rally alert here. Look what this upside production you got, man. So, yeah, these markets do what they do, man. You just have to flow with them. All right. At times, the market can flip flop on you for whatever reason. And like I said, you just have to go with it. That's all you can do is go with it. And when you see it like that, you just gotta chalk it up for what it is. Like I said, you go with it. You say, okay, fine. If that's what we're doing, then so be it. And when the market's ready to do that thing, then it'll do it. Until then, you just have to wait until the markets can, do and give you what they want to give you. All right, so that's all I got time for today. You say IRM pays a dividend? Wow, nice. All right, I'm gonna wow, okay. Well, if that's something you want to track, I can make a note of those and I can be on the lookout. I can add those to the system if they're not already in the system. That way you guys that subscribe to the daily PulseWave reports, you'll have it. You'll have it at your right at your fingertips, and you can track it on the equity report. Sound like a plan? All right. Well, don't forget that bulls make money, bears make money, and pigs get slaughtered. So remember to take what you can and give nothing back. And I will holler at y'all in the AM. And we'll see what these overnight markets will produce for us. Will it be profits or will it be something else? You just never know what the market wants to give you. With that being said, I'll see you guys in the morning for the pre-market pulse scan. Everybody else, I'll see you in the trading room and have a good one. Peace.